Happy days. We have not. Neither do we have Presidents Trump or Putin, but Alaska is where they are meeting later today. Joining us live on the line from the United States is the president of the US-UAE Business Council, Danny Sebright. Morning, Danny.
Good morning. That's quite an introduction with John Denver. Thank you.
Not at all. We're here all day. So I'm not going to ask you about the politics of this meeting because that's not your bailiwick. It's a very important meeting for various reasons. But we've got you on to talk about trade ties between the UAE and Alaska. We thought they'd be non-existent, but that's not true, is it?
No, not at all. In fact, Alaska is a very vibrant and very important partner in the trade relationship between our two countries. I've been to Alaska 5 times myself, and it's quite an amazing place to do business. And the UAE has, in the last 2 or 3 years, sent a number of high-level delegations to visit. The governor of Alaska himself, Governor Dunleavy, has been in the UAE just this year. He was in Abu Dhabi and Dubai in January. We hosted him in Dubai, and he's had a number of very significant and high-level meetings to promote and push the trade relationship forward.
So what came out of that? Because I'm looking at a picture of it in January, and you're right, there's the governor of Alaska, he's there, Mike Dunleavy. There's the US ambassador to the UAE, Her Excellency Martina Strong, and yourself in a picture together at the Ritz-Carlton here in Dubai in January. What came out of that? What's happened between January and August on the back of those talks?
Well, the Alaskans are very interested in UAE investment into the state, particularly in the energy sector, but also in shipping, transport, logistics, across a number of other verticals. And the governor came to really make the point that Alaska had made a transition with regard to the energy developments that are going on there with something called the North Slope. And the idea of producing and transporting liquefied natural gas across the state and then having it shipped to Asia. Alaska is one of the largest shipping points for the United States for all goods and services and exports going to the Asian market. So this was a very key part of his visit. And Ambassador Strong has helped promote this relationship for the 2 or 3 years that she's been ambassador. She just left last week. She's no longer ambassador to the UAE any longer. And she was in Alaska as just as recently as 2 months ago for the big energy conference that they have there as well. So this is one of the key aspects of it is energy, but it's also about shipping, logistics and shipping from the port's perspective and also from the airport's perspective.
What about tourism? Cruises into Alaska are something that are marketed, I wouldn't say heavily here in the UAE, but, you know, your Norwegian cruise lines, your Royal Caribbeans and so on do market them here. Flying into what, Toronto or Seattle to access Alaska, is that our most direct route, Danny?
It could be. Either one of those are stops for Emirates for sure. For direct flights. Anchorage is a very big airport. It's the third largest airport in the world for cargo and everything else. Most folks don't know that. Coming after Dubai, it is number 3 in the world. It's a very, very significant airport, very large capability and capacity. But the cruise ships that you mentioned are very important. A lot of Europeans, a lot of Americans do what's called the Inside Passage, seeing the glaciers, going to see the bears out in western Alaska, dipping their paws in the water and getting a salmon and eating it in front of you. These are all things that I've actually done myself, and it's quite an adventure. And I would highly recommend it to anybody that wants a off-beaten trail adventure that's still a lot of fun. Cruises are very, very popular, and it's a great way to see the state, actually.
Danny, that's sort of in keeping with the demand in tourism at the moment. We've had a number of experts in saying that people want to get off the beaten track at the moment. They don't want resorts as much. They want experiences. So a great opportunity, I suppose, for Alaska and tourism.
Absolutely, and it is a state. It is a place where you can have very varied experiences. The train is wonderful to go to Mount McKinley, which is one of the highest mountains in the world. I myself have taken a glacier airplane and landed on ski sleds with the airplane on the top of the glacier halfway down the mountain. It's just a really interesting place to have and do lots of experiences, particularly outdoors in nature. And it caters to that tourist very professionally. Now, in the middle of the summer, you have to worry about when you're at your hotel and you're sleeping that the sun never sets. You have to make sure to shut your blinds because the sun is literally out this time of year, all but like 1 hour in the evening. So it's daylight all the time, which is a little different for Dubai for sure.
Danny, you mentioned mountains there. I can't let you go without observing the background that you've got on this Teams call. So if you're watching on Dubai One TV, you'll see Danny's joining us live from Teams. You're in the US at the moment, Danny, yeah? You're not in Alaska, but you're in America, yeah?
Yeah, I have to say I'm in Delaware, and I'm about 10 minutes from where President Biden has his house on the beach in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware. Those mountains are actually in Aspen, Colorado, another state in the U.S. which has beautiful Rocky Mountains and ski slopes and things like that.
Oh, here was us hoping it was Mount McKinley or Denali, as it's known.
I did my best. I tried.
It's good enough. So we'll spare you the debate about whether it's Denali or Mount McKinley, because of course you're a diplomatic gentleman and you go with what you serve at the pleasure of the president. I'm sure, Danny.
But I just want to if I could just make the final point that the UAE's interest in Alaska is very serious. With the climate change and the opening of the Arctic and the northern ports of Alaska probably being open almost year round now, the opportunity to develop a year-round shipping that is one of the biggest access points for Asia. Asia is a closer market for the ports in Alaska than the continental United States is. This is why the UAE has its eye on this marketplace, because it puts it like Dubai is right today. It puts it as a global center, at a hub of a very important shipping and logistics route.
Danny, great talking to you. Say hi to Joe and Jill if you've seen him on the beach today. Danny Sebright there, president of the US-UAE Business Council.